Hello everyone and welcome back to another Watson Brothers Team Stats video. We are here to discuss the stats of July 2024. Ian?
Hard to believe another month has gone by, but very similar to last month, and we are not setting any records going this way. We are in fact balanced or actually declining in some categories. And just let me explain a little further. Inventory is really starting to ramp up. We are seeing numbers of for example, single-family homes are up 41% in terms of the amount of units on the market versus a year ago. Apartments are up 47%, while townhomes are up 36%. So what does that mean when inventory rises? It almost always means if sales don't keep pace, that prices will drop, and prices have dropped.
Oh, wow.
We are starting to see the amount of sales for single-family homes are down 6%. Down 10% for apartments. The one shining spot, and I'll talk about it in a second, is townhomes. The number of sales of townhomes was actually up versus a year ago. However, as we just mentioned, inventory is starting to rise, so it is having a little bit of a negative effect on pricing, which we will talk about now. Pricing right across the board in the big three that we follow is definitely falling. We are seeing dollar volume and sales volumes falling in houses are off about 5%. Single-family homes are off 5% versus a year ago. Apartments are about the same, which is interesting because there's a lot of apartments on the market right now. However, townhomes are up 2%. And so we did a little drill down on the townhouse market to see what is actually driving it. It's the bottom of the townhouse market. So anything in that 5, 6, 6.5 to 675, if it's priced well and it's a good unit, is moving. The bigger stuff, townhomes around that 8, 9 million mark, not so much. So we are seeing a little bit of a bright spot at the bottom end of the market, which tends to work its way up. But it's not making up for the lack of traction that we're seeing in the single-family home market and the apartment market.
Do you think, Ian, that there's the movement between people who own apartments and they're selling their apartment and trying to get into a townhome? Like, is that the market that you're seeing, or?
I think it's what we're starting to see now is first-timers getting in that have enough money to get out of their apartment, or they're out of their mom and dad's basement, or out of their first rental, and they are trying to buy, and the apartment prices and townhouse prices have compressed a little bit. So they're saying to themselves, hey, if I can afford to get out and buy something, and a 2-bedroom, 2-bath is $500, but for $575, I can get into a townhome, they're taking the townhome.
Oh, 100%. Like we made a note last month that, of course, the government came in with another sweeping change, and tenancy rules have now changed. People moving up for sure. So now, with just a brief kind of overview, it now has changed out of mid-month last month, that tenants now, you used to have to give them 2 months if you were to purchase your place, give them 2 months to find a new one. Now there's 4 months that you need to give them. And it's not just 4 months, it depends on when you would like to move in. It actually could be 5 to 6 months that you have to give them notice in order for you to take over this home. And the other big sweeping changes is that you now have to go to the government portal in which they've created in order for you to register yourself as the new owner to say, yes, I'm not being an evil person kicking this tenant out. No, I would actually like to live in this place. And the other sweeping thing is now, as a homeowner, that you are not only just have to be in there for 6 months, you actually have to be in the house for 12 months. There is, of course, the government says, well, we're going to give you a little bit of like potential for having job changes or getting pregnant or having to change. But then you have to then apply to get out, which is like nuts. The government is definitely doing their duty.
And so we look at things, we always try to say and put it in perspective, where's the advantage for our clients in all of this? And frankly, we're scratching our heads and we can't see an advantage. It actually makes it a little bit of a disadvantage for a lot of our clients. And what it also does is it creates uncertainty in the marketplace, because as an investor or somebody that's looking out to buy something, you look at a marketplace and you make your decisions based on the information that you have. If you're uncertain as to what is going to change next, you may hold off on that purchase decision. And we're starting to see that multiply throughout the marketplace. And that's why you see inventory rising and prices dropping.
Absolutely. To bring maybe a little bit more of a brightness to this video, the Bank of Canada did do their rate announcement on July 24th. So they did bring it down another quarter point. So now we're standing at 4.5%, which is great news for our market and the economy. You know, things are moving in the right direction. They have announced that it is quite probable, they haven't said for sure, that the next couple of announcements are also going to decrease or be cut. But they are saying, you know, there's about a 50% chance, which, you know,
I'll take 50%.
I'll take 50.
Can be negative. You never know. The U.S. also met yesterday as well and have said that, you know, in the next coming year, by the end of the year, that they are probably going to cut their rates as well over the next 2 points. Doesn't necessarily do a lot for our market up here, but I think that just brings a lot of confidence to our market, and it allows everyone to sort of say, hey, things aren't continuing to go down. Things are looking up in both Canada and the U.S. And, you know, it's not all doom and gloom. There is some things that are positive coming, and hopefully by the end of the year, we'll see some good rate cuts as well. So
what a ray of sunshine. What a ray of sunshine. That is such good news.
Yay!
Well, we'll end it there. We'll end it on a bright note. We'll catch you next time for our August stats of 2024. If you need anything before then, give us a call at any time.
250.
712.
2222.